Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? What's cooking for you? Yeah, I see some love and a bond here. Yeah, we got someone here someone's assessing a situation. Yeah, I have a funny feeling we have a person who, Taurus, are you moving on from something? You're looking to see if the coast is clear, whether you may have a new person, maybe choices here. You may be starting something new. Yeah, I can see someone making a commitment here. Yeah, it looks like you're open to receive. It looks like you got a new person. Yeah, you're making a choice. It looks like a decision between two, life path decision. I feel like you're coming apart from someone here. Yeah, you could be coming together. I mean, it could go either way with this, the way the cards are here, but I feel like there's choices in love. You got something new. I mean, it could be where you've got somebody new, you're forming a bond, but I feel slow and steady wins the race. Maybe you're just taking it slow. I feel like this is new. I feel like you're coming apart. You're going down a different path here. Yeah. Let's have a look at the lovers. Yeah, I see a timeout. There's been a timeout between two people. Some of you have been getting out there, socializing, spending time with people. Yeah, I feel like you got another person reaching out. Somebody who you're looking to see if they're sincere, but I feel like it's yourself. Things are moving slow. There's been a timeout. You could have a new beginning with someone if there's been a timeout, maybe a much needed rest. Yeah. No, I think I think you're out of here. I feel like you're putting on the brakes from someone here. You got another person coming in out of the blue here. Tell me about the sun. Yeah, the sun. You got new. Maybe even too new. I wouldn't be surprised for some of you. There's certainly a lot of activity and new energy. It's like, my gosh. Yeah, there's a cycle we're in right now. Take opportunity of the happy, high vibrational energy. Let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's feeling confidence, but taming the beast, taking it slow. Yeah, I think some of you are moving away from something, looking to see if the coast is clear. There's been a timeout. So I do feel it's yourself taking your power back and moving on. Yeah. See a spark, desire, making a choice. Maybe you're looking at a situation where someone may not be the one for you. If you have two, you're choosing. Tell me about this Two of Wands. Yeah, it's all who puts in effort. It's energy of building, someone putting in effort. Some of you have been busy. I do see work situations too. Yeah, you might have maybe even a new job. Some of you could have a new job here too. You might have a few things going on. Let's have a look at the Chariot. Yeah, so I think some of you have been patient here. There's been a timeout. I feel like you're losing interest in someone. Or it's the other person moving on. But it is about moving forward towards new. Yeah, see, not getting enough attention. Somebody here maybe you're not getting enough attention. Or there's been a timeout and somebody's playing the field, getting themselves out there. But I do see you have goals, things that you're hoping to achieve. So I do think you're moving on from something here. Yeah, I think you're ready for something new. And I wouldn't be surprised a new job. You are chasing success. I do think you're focused on work and your money too. Yeah, let's have a look at the High Priestess. Why is this here? I feel it's an energy of knowing. I feel like you already know everything you need to know. I feel like you've already made a decision. You're making a choice. You got an opportunity. Someone here is making some kind of commitment. It's a person who wants to build. Yeah, see, building the foundation, a house, a home. Some of you might even be buying a new home. You might have a new job, or it's just putting a down payment on something. Yeah, I don't see a large purchase, but like I say, new. Let's have a look at the Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Yeah, you got somebody here longing for love, a crush, or someone holding a torch. Ooh, there's a couple things happening. It could be somebody, maybe you're missing someone because there's been a timeout, but maybe during this timeout, someone's playing the field, getting attention elsewhere. Why do I feel like it's yourself? Because you're open. Opportunities and invitation to someone's home, or you're taming that beast within yourself. But I do think you're feeling confident about something. You're making a choice here. You already know the answers you're seeking. I don't know if there's children involved, or somebody here that isn't giving you attention. Maybe they've got children, single parent energy. But I definitely feel this longing for love. Somebody may be holding a bit of a torch here, but it's often someone who's just romanticizing a situation. See, that's why I feel, yeah, there's some good memories here. Often you're just open for new. There's some good memories. I think you're just reminiscing. Yeah, it has to do with commitment, faith, loyalty. Taurus. Yeah. If this is a masculine and feminine energy here, both Taurus, which I see there are people on my channel that are both. So, but yeah, I mean, I do see some Sag, some Leo, a little Gemini energy. I think it has to do with a lot with this as being on the same page. But like I say, I feel like it has to do with whether someone's been faithful or loyal during this time. A time out, see a much needed break, but I do think someone's starting to lose interest. Yeah. I feel like some of you, there's children here, and I wonder if you're waiting for someone to be free. Like when their children leave home, you know, that kind of energy, a bit of a free spirit. I feel some of you are in that energy, but it's almost like someone, it's going to take a long time for someone to be free, to be able to commit. If there's children, especially if it's someone who's waiting till their children are old enough to leave home. I can see that too. Yeah. When the children leave the nest. Yeah. I do feel like you're just taking a step back, trying to make a decision when you're calm. Yeah. But you're looking at things differently. I think you're looking at whether this person's your type, if you should just move on. And I do feel it is moving on. Kind of slowly though. Yeah. But I wonder if you're on a timeout, if this is someone who's playing the field, starting something new. I wonder if we got two people thinking the same thing. Tell me about Temperance. Yeah, some of you got somebody coming in who's different than your usual type. I do see Sag, Leo, Aries, again, Gemini, and Taurus. Tell me about this King of Wands. Yeah, so this is someone getting themselves out there, putting all the cups on the table. This is somebody starting something. It looks like you got a person. They know what they want. It's a person who wants to build. It could be someone you work with or someone around you. This person works with their hands, often blue collar. They build a house, a home. Yeah, I feel like you got a new person here. Because I do think it's an energy of something that isn't going the distance. That's what it is. It's something, things going slow, it's not going the distance. And I feel it's because you're used to being free, or you're just breaking free from this situation during a timeout. Yeah, things are speeding up. I feel like you got opportunity coming in. Too much of a good thing. I do think you're awfully busy. I do feel like you have a lot going on, some of you for sure. Yeah, tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. See, it's crossroads decision. Yeah, you're looking at the situation. It has to do with this path, going down a new path. I feel like you don't really see a future with someone because you're kind of looking at all the details, the whole situation. I think you're about to break free. Yeah, I do think there is a person who's loyal to you if you're on a timeout, but I feel like there's no real commitment. I feel there's no commitment, time, schedule. See, it's about giving each other attention. I do think someone here has children. Somebody here doesn't have time. Yeah, I feel like you're frustrated. You're feeling a little defeated. You don't know what to think. Yeah. You're wondering if someone's manipulating or playing games. I think you're just frustrated. I think you got a lot going on. Yeah, I do feel you're single. You're not really in a committed relationship. I think you got another person coming in. I do think you're being tempted by this person. But yeah, it has to do with loyalty. It has to do with trust. being able to trust this person or even trust yourself right now. I feel like you're having a hard time thinking clearly. I think you got a lot going on, more than just relationship energy. I think it's always in your thoughts, but I do think you're very busy. Yeah, some of you might even be thinking of, like I say, putting a down payment on a new home. I do see this energy of living alone. Yeah, it's about getting someone alone. I do think you're dealing with someone with children, or they can't get you alone. You can never be alone. Yeah, I feel like you're just frustrated here. Yeah, I do feel there's this lack and loneliness. You're thinking negative thoughts here. I do think it's time to take, definitely that energy of taking a break, getting out of your head a little. But I do think you have a person who has a lot of lack. Maybe they don't have enough money they can provide. They only have enough to provide for their children or for themselves if there's no children. You might be missing someone here, but like I say, I feel like you have another opportunity, and it's a temptation. Someone who's really charming, attractive. Yeah, saying you're open to it. You are being cautious, careful what you wish for. Yeah, but I feel like, you're at that point frustrated where you never really get what you want here. It's telling you to play it safe. There's a situation here that may not serve you. Now, I don't know which one because I see a choice, but one of these may not be in your best interest, especially if it's someone with children who can't provide anything. They're either always working, or they only have enough to provide for themselves and their children, or just themselves. And you may be the person in that energy, especially if someone comes towards you, they don't have any money. I know it's about help being on the way. It's an energy of help. See someone offering a helping hand. What is that about? Something to do with a house and a home. Yeah. I do think you're looking at whether someone's sincere, though. Yeah, I see a cycle coming to an end, a new cycle. I feel like you've had something a little on and off with someone. Yeah. You're frustrated. I feel like you have trust issues if this is the right situation, and even with this new person. Someone here is very masculine. Definitely they're masculine, charming, somebody who's the star. They're very popular. Yeah. It's two people. I feel like you need to have a conversation with someone here before you can make any kind of a decision. But it's about putting in effort. I do think you're working a lot, and I do think it is a crossroads. I do think you have some life path decisions to make. But it's whether or not you can trust somebody. I do feel there's a temptation here. Because I feel like you've been faithful, loyal, vice versa. But I don't know if you're on the same page. If your lifestyles work together, like you both have different lifestyles. I think there is children for some of you. It's making things a little complicated. Like you can never have time alone. Yeah, you're having a little aha moment. I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're just going to sit on the fence with this. I don't think you're going to choose yet. You need to wait for things to calm down because you've been busy. I feel like you're frustrated. You're in your head. Yeah. Just put on the brakes a little bit. Don't let your emotions rule you. But it has to do with being determined to succeed. I do think that you have certain things you want to have success with. Yeah. I think there is somebody here who has lack of money. I don't know if someone's feeling ghosted, left out in the cold, or what, but it has to do with someone putting on the brakes. So you've got a person swooping in out of the blue here, and I think you're trying to decide if this is in your best interest, or you should just sit and wait for things to calm down before you make a decision. I feel like that's good advice here, because I see busy, a lot going on in your head, like you're just not thinking straight. You're missing someone, but yet you're not sure if that person's right for you. So it has to do with going down this path. Yeah, you're thinking of ending a situation. There could be something else you're dealing with too. Somebody may be passing. Yeah, some of you got a lot going on. Someone may have passed, but others of you, you're just thinking of ending a situation with someone and being open to new. Every ending has a new beginning. I feel like you're trying to focus on work, to stop thinking, but I see frustration. Yeah, you're trying to be bold and brave, but I do think it's like asking for help. I think you got a person there that, I think you got a person wanting you to, I think you're going to end something. Another person's asking you out. But the person I feel that you want, I feel your lifestyles don't work. You can never seem to come together. There never seems to be like time alone. Yeah, you're feeling off. I think you're just having a hard time here. Off days. Feeling something, whether something's right for you or not, or whether someone's even your type. I think you need to just take a little break. Take those little rests, a little break here and there. Because I do think, I don't know, some of you are even getting headaches here. You just got too much going on. A lot of frustration. You're feeling defeated. Yeah, so you could have, this is a new opportunity, a new emotional experience, but I do feel it's about this other person plus somebody new, and I do feel it's a temptation. It's like you need some help, asking some for help. This other person can't help you. Maybe you need help with some money, down payment on a home or rent. I feel like you're stable though. I feel like you're okay. It's just, I think you're worried about the future. I do think you're worrying a lot. I feel like you're, frustrated, and maybe you feel like someone's manipulating or playing games, but just be careful, just trust your intuition the best you can. But I think it's saying to take a little break, to get out of your head, for things to be calm before you make any kind of decision. Especially if you got someone who you really care about and you're missing them, but yet somehow you're just not on the same page, or your lifestyles don't line up, like you're not in alignment that way. Yeah. Especially if there's children. Yeah, just calm down, take a step back. Things always look better. If somebody has passed away and you're dealing with that too. Yeah. I really feel it's more about ending a relationship before starting something new. Yeah, I feel like you're going to make a decision. This feels like an opportunity, a new emotional experience. The cup runneth over. This person's offering you a cup, but you're not so sure you should trust it. See, if you take this opportunity, you have to end something, but yet you're missing this other person. I feel like they're missing you too. But it's opportunity. It's saying to wait till things to calm down. If you feel something is off, just wait till things calm down before you make a decision. See, it's about keeping everything balanced here. I feel like you're trying to do that, but it's about making decisions when you're calm. And you'll decide. It's about doing what's right for yourself. Yeah, see, it's about commitment, faith, being on the same page. It's about loyalty. I don't know if you feel this other person's not being loyal, or you're the one who isn't feeling like you're not being loyal, but yet there's no real commitment because there's all this time out, or it's on and off. Yeah, frustrating. I can see it. I think there's a need for a conversation to get on the same page. Try to make a commitment agreement to spend time together and have a conversation. Take care. Bye for now.